I'm a psychologist, and today I'm going to explain to you why excessive self-hatred can actually be a form of narcissism. So let's get started. So narcissism is characterized by an individual who believes that they have an elevated level of specialness in society. They believe that there's something special about their qualities and about them that puts them in the 1%, top 1% of any particular domain. The key point really about it, though, is that they don't actually have that particular skill set that they believe that they have. And even if they do, a elevated sense of self-importantness is generally antisocial and not overly productive to society. So regardless of whether they actually possess that particular skill set or not, it still would characterize somebody that is narcissistic. Now, a person that's also narcissistic is somebody that thinks about themselves a lot. Me. And somebody that engages in excessive self-hatred or excessive self-loathing could possibly find themselves at an overlap between narcissism and something else like clinical depression, because the person that excessively self-hates is somebody that is continuously thinking about me. There is something about me that is so bad that it actually puts me below everybody else in terms of worth and value and status. What can then happen is a person that engages in excessive self-hatred might believe that regular advice applies to everybody but them. They need special treatment, some sort of specialized intervention program or protocol in order to overcome their need or their level of self-hatred. This actually refers to a defense mechanism called ordinariness, which is defined as a person that tries to defend from the idea that they actually are, in fact, most likely just an ordinary person with an ordinary life and ordinary attributes, and there's actually nothing majorly special about them like they think that there is. So you might see typically people on the high end of this particular scale where they believe that they are super special, but I'm trying to also argue in this video that actually this can be a form of narcissism because you're at the lower end of the scale. You still believe that there's something uniquely special about you. You're just uniquely special in your deficits or disabilities or your inaptedness. Now, of course, this is generally a self-defined criteria that doesn't actually generalize to the world around you, but because you're engaging in continuous me processing, you might believe that criteria like ordinariness and average failures and average goals and averageness about you doesn't apply to you. You need special treatment, as I said before. The excessive self-hater is able to maintain the special status quo of permanent negativeness or permanent specialness or permanently unfixable, and there is nothing that can be done to resolve my dilemmas. Further to this, if you're able to maintain this status quo of negativeness about yourself, it also allows you to reclaim your ego in the face of lost control in the environment. So let's say you lose control in the world, or something happens that you tried to prevent, but something bad happened anyway. You can say, well, clearly that bad thing happened because I'm ugly and unfixable. And that thereby allows you to reclaim your sense of ego and confidence, because it wasn't that the world is a fair place and that everything is fair and equal. It's that I was treated excessively, negatively and badly because the world just hates me. With all these in mind, I want to provide to you quickly a potential strategy for a person that engages in this excessive self-loathing and excessive self-hatred. It can be simply boiled down to one or two words: self-forgetfulness. Learn to forget yourself a little bit. Learn to realize that you're not as important as you think you are. There are elements that put people in the 1 percentile, the 99th percentile for things like height and IQ and perhaps like money. But you put those things aside, just learn to forget about yourself. Learn to engage with the world around you instead of continuously engaging with yourself. Thanks for watching. I'm a psychologist. Subscribe for more.